It's that time. It's that time. Cheap wine and women's basketball. 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 Hey, come on. Cheap wine and women's basketball. Cheap wine and women's cheap wine and women's basketball. Cheap wine and women's basketball. All right, let's start talking about these SLU Billikens. You know, hey, I'm telling you all, that's my girls there. But already, hey, let me drink this. Let me pour some of this cheap wine over here. Because already, new coach, they fired Lisa Stone. They brought in Rebecca Tillett from Longwood. She brought in some of her girls. They're supposed to be good. They've had 2 games, and let me tell you, I need this wine. It's been rough. Ooh, yeah. All right, now, St. Louis U opened the season with an exhibition game against Maryville. You would expect a butt kicking, and that's exactly what you got. Except it was Maryville doing the butt kicking. All right. First game jitters, no problema. It's exhibition, it don't count, but it don't look good. It don't look good your first game at home, you lose to Maryville. That's not even a Division I school. What they Division II? I don't know. Division II, Division III in there. I don't even know what conference they play in. It's Maryville. They're right down Highway 40. Come on now. It's all right. Then they open up the season. The season has started. They go down to play Indiana State. They're playing Indiana State tough. Then they bust out on Indiana State. Get a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. I'm thinking, them Billikens. And then they lose. Then they tank and they do nothing. Inexcusable. 14-point lead in the fourth quarter and you blow it. Anyway, I'm going to have to go down and do some extra hard rooting for these girls because I love me some Billikens. But don't do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't get somebody down and let them back up. It was like, what is that, Michael Myers? They had him down, they killed him, and Michael Myers came up. I'm back. I'm back. With Michael Myers don't say. He just like, and just come and get you. And they got up, and they beat those Billikens. I was heartbroken. Biggest loss that the Billikens had this year, of course, who graduated, Kaiser Harbison. She's a graduate transfer now, and she went to Vanderbilt. I loves me some Kaiser Harbison. And let me tell you about this girl. First game at Vanderbilt, they were playing, I think it was Indiana. No, I forgot who they were playing. No, they were playing Western Kentucky. She took her time, played low key, passed the ball, just running, playing within the offense, just letting the game come to her, busted 28. She could have 40 if she wanted to, but she was playing in the team concept. She could get to the basket whenever she wanted to. Her jumper, which was, okay when she was a SLU, she was lights out. Absolutely lights out. I'm missing me some Kaiser, but I love me some Kaiser. Vanderbilt, I'll be following you. I'll be rooting you. I'll be rooting for Kaiser. When y'all come to Mizzou, I'm going to try to be there. All right. Now let's get back to these Billikens. Their biggest problem right now, they've got a new girl named Kyla McMakin. She's supposed to be their star. And I've seen her on film when she was at Longwood. She's a good player. She's a very good player. But right now, I think she's pressing. She's in a new environment. It's it's a little higher step up, and I think she feels like the weight is on her to do the scoring when it's really not. They've got enough pieces around her that they can be successful. And right now she's pressing, and I really feel that she's going to be fine. But right now she's clunking a lot of shots. Girl, you got to play. We need you. You got to play, and I'm sure you're going to come around and do what you need to do. But let's get it on. It's time to go. Brooke Flowers. She's graduated, but she's back for her 5th year because as playing as a graduate. Brooke Flowers, here's my message to you. You supposed to dominate. Let me say that one more time. You supposed to dominate. You're 6'5". You're a 5th year player. You're supposed to play with a passion. You're supposed to be the leader. You're not supposed to sit back there timid and just wait and wait and wait. Now don't be wrong. In the game, she must have had 7 block shots the first game. But as an offensive threat, nothing. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks every game. Minimum. At the minimum. It's a double-double with 4 blocks every game for SLU to do what they're supposed to do. They've got another little guard came in from, what is this girl? This girl named Clegg. She's new to the squad. I think she's what is her name? Yeah. Camry Clegg. And she came from St. John's, so she's a graduate. She's 5'5". That girl balling. She busting. I love her. Little bitty guard, boom, 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 can shoot. Can scrap, plays hard D. Love her. Hey, let's see what these Billikens can do. There other players that I looked at, some players from last year. Julie Martinez, of course. Marvelous player. Good role player. Give you solid minutes. Hustle. Control the ball. Control the tempo. Love her. Another person who I like. What is my girl's name? I've been drinking this cheap wine. It makes a difference. I'm glad I got this paper here. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, Peyton Kennedy. Oh, I love her game. She's got long arms. She's deceptive because of her arm length. She doesn't look like she's that big. She's really not that big. But she gets a lot of boards. She gets some points. She's got a decent shot. Another good role player. They've got a lot of role players. But McMakin and Flowers have got to play. You got to play well for this team to be successful. Hey, we'll see what happens. It's early. Who you are right now is not who you're going to be, by the end of the year. All these teams are going to grow. All these teams are going to be better. Let's be better. All right, that's the Billiken Watch. Sweet. All right, y'all. MIZZOU, Missouri Tigers, have already proven themselves as the #1 team in the state. Why? They opened the season with Missouri State and beat them already. Now, Missouri State has a new coach, a bunch of new players. But right now, Mizzou is a veteran squad. Veteran squad. But they've got some holes. They got rid of all the pot smokers. Darn, we just passed the initiative with this game, but it came last year, which they might have these players. But Asia Blackwell, the double-double machine, is gone to Baylor. That's hard. That's a rough loss. Nothing wrong. They're still good, but they're going to have problems boarding and with size differential between them and other teams, and plus, and their athleticism. Their athleticism as a squad is suspect, but they're veteran. They shoot well. They play together well. But, there's something about being quicker, faster, stronger that, when they play these more athletic teams, I have a feeling they're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle. But let's hope that with all these veterans, that they cut down on turnovers. And Mama Dembele, you got to control the ball. She's faster than everybody else, but you can't run away from the rest of the girls. Especially if you're not going to try to score, especially if you're going to be a facilitator. You got to facilitate. You got to wait for everybody else. Was Big Jayla Kelly. Coach Pinkston, you got to play that girl. She's the biggest, physicalist, strongest, one of the most athletic people you have on your squad, and you keep barely divvying her out a minute here and a minute there. When that girl is ready to play, she's ready to bop people around. You need that physical presence in the SEC. You're not going to get away with just shooting threes and being, and getting open looks, because these teams are going to shut you down. You need this girl who's going to go in there and board and be physical and do all the dirty work. She's going to have to, hey, you need her. Play her. Play her. Of course, who's that? Oh, boy. Mizzou's got some magnificent players. Oh, yeah, let me talk about one of their coaches. One of their coaches, Coach Bracey. I forgot her first name. He's coaching UIC now. And Illinois, Chicago. So, good luck to her. We're going to keep up with UIC just to see how Coach Bracey is doing. She was an assistant at Mizzou for a number of years. And her brother's still there. But, she was good player. Lauren Hanson, guard. She's the one that hit the layup against South Carolina, that beat South Carolina. I love her game. Sarah Rose Smith, she didn't get enough. She's from Australia. They didn't give her enough time last year. She's very athletic, very good player, and I like her. I mean, she's got, she can do some things. I already talked about Mama Dembele. Haley Troop. Oh, boy. She's a stud. I love Haley Troop. She can shoot the three. She can shoot the lights out. And, if she does what she's supposed to do. Wait a minute. I get Haley Troop and Haley Frank mixed up. They both can shoot. But it's Haley Frank that can shoot the lights out. Haley Troop is a good, solid player. Sometimes she dribbles the ball too much. You can take the ball from her. But hold on, I get these Haleys. I'm getting the name. Haley Frank is the one that can bust. Haley Frank can be all SEC. Haley Frank can shoot. She'll shoot 45% from three if when she gets rolling. She can ball out. So Mizzou, I'm just have to sit and wait. I'm gonna have to watch. Are you all good enough to be competitive in the SEC? I don't know. Or the loss of Blackwell gonna hurt you? They also lost LaDasia. What's LaDasia? LaDasia Williams. Yeah, I think that sounds right. Who went down to LSU as a graduate transfer? That's a big girl, another 6'2", 6'3" girl that's gone. Kaya Darrow was a little freshman last year. They all got caught up in the weed smoking thing, but she's back at Colorado State. She was athletic, had some length and could play and could handle the ball. Gone. We can't keep losing all these girls that because they smoking a little weed ski. What the heck? Hell, I smoke a little weed ski too. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, sorry. I drink more cheap wine. I drink more cheap and smoke the whiskey. But come on. Y'all need some sisters that can play in the SEC. You got, there's two approaches. You can do like Iowa and get a lot of girls that are white. I know I'm not going to do the race card thing. But, there's some white girls that can ball. Iowa got white girls that can straight ball. So they can go down and play them sisters and be like, oh, come on, sister, boom, 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 and bust. And that girl, I forgot. Oh, hey, we'll talk about Iowa later. But, they got a girl who's, she's like Kobe. Okay, they got a girl like Kobe. But Haley Frank, she's not like Kobe. She's more like Bird. Which ain't bad. But she was not like Bird. She ain't like Bird. Who would I compare her to? Not as good as Bird, but serviceable. Very good player. Very great player. But can she carry a whole squad? Probably not. But, with the right pieces around her, she'd be a problem for everybody. All right. Good luck, Mizzou. Let's see what you do. Y'all got to, Y'all in the SEC, y'all got to play. And because South Carolina can't wait to get a hold of y'all after y'all beat them last year. They just, where y'all? Mizzou. South Carolina wants y'all. All right. Good luck. Peace. All right, Missouri State. Lost to Mizzou in the opener at home. Hey, so no biggie. They got a new coach. They got a whole, basically the whole squad is new. They're good, they're just learning each other. But Missouri State has a tradition. They've been the best team in the state the last 4 years. They've been better than Mizzou the last 4 years. Their coach, Coach Mock, has moved on to Virginia. The coach before that is at Tennessee. So they've been consistently a top 25 team. Will they be a top 25 team this year? No, they won't be. But it's a process. They'll have to rebuild the roster. They'll have to, come together as a team and get, solidify everything. I'm still learning them. I can't really tell you a lot about Missouri State, but I will tell you this. Everybody that goes down to Missouri State ends up getting that team into the tournament and ends up controlling the Missouri Valley Conference. Will they control the Missouri Valley Conference this year? We'll see. But Missouri State has never been afraid of anybody. I expect them to be good shortly. I expect whoever's coaching them, because whoever they bring in to coach can coach. I don't even know this lady who's coach. Who is their coach? Their coach is Beth Cunningham. You know what? She wouldn't be at Missouri State if she couldn't coach. So we're going to sit back and wait and see. Let her get her pieces together. I'm not going to be critical of them losing. Getting beat down by Missouri. Missouri's a veteran squad. They're going to be. Hey, we'll have to wait and see. It's Missouri State. I don't know. I can't tell you a lot about their players. I gotta study them some more. I've only seen them once. All right. Okay. You see, I don't have any hat on right now, so that means all these other schools are Division I in the state. SEMO, Lindenwood, and the Kansas City Roos. I need some caps. I'm going to give me some caps because, see, I got the pennants up. Hey, we got 6 Division I teams in the state. We're going to keep up with all of them, but we're going to keep up with the rest of women's college basketball as well. When something, big games come up, we'll try to get everybody, and let me apologize to Lindenwood now. Y'all know that's not your colors or your mascot. But when I bought these pennants, I just put down Lindenwood, and they sent me this. They sent me the wrong one. This was like the Lindenwood Lynx, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. But I'll get the Lindenwood Lions one up. If I can find the pennant. Every time I looked at your store, you can't find a pennant, So we'll hang in there. But we're going to, we'll find out what's going on with you all. But, remember, cheap wine and women's basketball, that's all we want to know. That's all we're going to do. So the season is back. Let's go. Let's roll. Peace.